Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. About to put toe to leather and get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit. Down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to throw, it's Green. Pressure coming. And the pass rush gets home.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. He lets one fly deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Off the play fake. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So a little too much contact trying to defend the fade in the end zone, and the PI will move it closer. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Anthony. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. And Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dropping back, it's Green. Bringing the heat. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Under fire. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his tight end. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Hey, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the first down. There he goes. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
All right, it's decision time. So when you got a guy that can take off and do that against you, you got to decide whether you need more fast guys on the field. Your defensive linemen have no shot. Your linebackers have very little chance of catching this quarterback because he's so special. You better put some more speed on the field.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. Touchdown Razorbacks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Will try to put together a drive. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack breaks into the open. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Florida Atlantic tries to move the chains on 4th down.
Let's go! Terrier!
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Green. The sure hands, it's Hill. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Anthony. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, and you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws to the wideout. This one's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
One more snap coming before halftime. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play.
Turning it on! Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Platt. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a can.
Got it in stride at the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Owls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sands. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Quarterback keeper. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Moves ahead. Touchdown, Owls! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. The run from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Snags it on the right. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Makes the grab. It's Anthony. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking for a man. It's Green. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Makes the catch. It's Green. Past the 30. Running free. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Oh, it's tipped near the goal line.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They just keep firing. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great game, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Let's go! Party!
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
3:25.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The Owls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for room, it's Sands. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
And they kneel down for a second time to drain as much time as possible off the clock and set up their kicker for the game-winning field goal attempt. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt.